All right. In three, two, one. Welcome back to the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. So glad to have you along wherever you might get your podcast. Isaiah Vreeman, Keaton Homer along with you. We're missing Brad Lowers, and I had a very important question to ask Brad. How close was Diamond High School to hiring Lane Kiffin? Like,
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like I feel like he could have been a candidate. I
He
mean,
definitely could have been.
I
You
mean,
never
he's
know.
been a candidate everywhere else. I mean,
You
I feel like Donnie Winchester probably, trying to,
he
lure him
probably made
in.
some calls.
Yeah,
He
know
made
some
some
people.
he made some calls.
Yeah,
Donnie knows some people.
yeah. I mean, Lane Kiffin was going to stay at Ole Miss. He was going to go to LSU. He was going to go to Florida. I'm like, might as well just like throw your name in the ring.
What do you
So
think about that?
him
That whole
jumping
thing.
ship.
Him jumping ship.
Me personally, I could never do that, especially knowing that your team is going to be in the playoff, possibility for a national championship, and you just up and leave. Like, and the other rumor that's swirling, I don't know if there's any truth to this, but it probably is. But Ole Miss was going to match, like, or did match, or offered the exact same contract that LSU did. And he's like, "Nope, I'm still out." I'm like, "What the heck?" Like, I don't get it. That guy has been more places
And he's
than
had
I
burned
don't
he's
know.
burned some stuff along the way.
I mean, whether it's been in college, whether it's been in the pros, like
What
it's
is
just
the
been.
I tend to lean more towards you. I would have a really hard time doing
I
it.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do
I'd
it.
have a real hard time doing it.
I
However, what do you think about the flip side of this? Because I've heard this argument, and it's not a bad one. The all the players, well, it's two different arguments. All the players, because of the transfer portal, are all basically independent contractors from year to year.
right.
So you're leaving the team, but there's no real loyalty, coaches or players wise anymore. So is it really that big a deal? And then the other point is, and I don't disagree with this one so much, is the NCAA calendar for football is totally jacked
It's
up.
got to change.
It's got to
Has to
change. And I
change.
think this might be the impetus for it to change because it's a mess. But that's the flip side that I've heard a few talking heads say. And, I can understand both sides of it. I just don't myself, I don't think I could do it,
No, I couldn't
especially
personally.
if they're
No.
matching all that. I mean, if your job is paying you, and again, for us lowly people, $1 million would be okay. Sign me up. What do I have to do? But in a Division I college coaching, head coach, high level
Yeah.
Division I, I mean, if Old Miss is paying $1 million and the only opportunity to get that kind of cash is to go to LSU at that time, I mean,
Well,
I could understand that a little bit more, but
yeah.
man, it's a it's almost a no-win situation. But when you look at Lane Kiffin's history, it just there's a
Right.
lot there. There's a
Well, and I guess
lot there.
my other thing is it's not like you're leading Florida Atlantic to the college football playoff. Like
No, no.
it's to me, it's almost a lateral move in my opinion. I mean, you're staying in the SEC, LSU a little bit more, I
They've
don't
won
know,
conference
prominence recently,
championships.
yeah.
They've won
But
national championships.
you also have
It's
done something at Ole Miss that nobody has ever done. They've never won 11 games in a year, and you did it.
well, and they're
They've
going to the
never won.
playoff.
They're going to the playoff. They've never won a national championship, I don't think. And he had the
They,
chance to do that.
yeah, there's
I don't know.
something to be said about building a legacy in a place where nobody's done it before.
Yeah,
There's something to be said for that.
right. Yeah.
But, you know, I keep hearing, I heard that Pete Carroll was talking to him, well, what would your dad do? And your dad would say go and all that. Well, I don't know anything really about Monty Kiffin, his dad, and where all the places he was, but apparently he jumped around a lot too. So maybe like father, like son to a certain extent. I don't know. I don't know his dad at all, but boy, he's had some messy exits.
Well, I mean, Tennessee,
Did you
what he
see the
spent.
one picture? Did you see his one picture with his clothes on a rack out in the
No,
parking lot? dead
At Ole
serious
Miss, they took
at
all
Ole
his
Miss.
stuff. Yeah,
All the dress shirts and other things, obviously, that he had in his office or whatever, are on a rolling rack out in the middle of the parking lot.
probably on fire by the time he left. I don't know, but
Yeah, there's some
yeah, I don't know.
pretty interesting stuff.
If they go on to win a national championship, how much credit does he get? I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
uh,
he'd have to get an awful lot. He put that roster together. He coached them through the regular season. I mean, granted, that only sets up for the championship, and that's a whole nother level of going through
so
that.
did you hear what's happening in his contract at LSU?
Oh, they're
The,
matching it if
yeah, they're
whatever.
matching it. Yeah, what Ole Miss was going to give him. I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
Think about
and the
this
fact you're paying three coaches, by the way. They're paying Ed
going,
Orgeron, Brian Kelly, and now Lane Kiffin. Like, what the heck?
and you know what the scary but out of whack thing. I'm all about people getting their money and all that stuff. I got no problems with that. When you look at some of the issues that Louisiana has and some of the schooling and education, and you're paying three coaches at the university level,
Yeah.
it's
Two of
not,
which aren't
that's,
even with the university
yeah,
anymore.
two of which are not, it's just not a good look. And
Yeah.
you're going to be paying the assistants that Lane's getting more.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Like the four offensive guys he brought with him or whatever. Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway.
it's yikes.
If anybody has any insight into, if Donnie Winchester reached out to him, love to
Yeah,
know. I mean,
yeah. You got some
I would
inside
love to
track.
know his offer. Like, what was
Yeah.
the sales pitch? That'd be great. But anyway, we'll go
Four
to high school
thousand
sports.
dollars and
Yeah.
all you can eat at the concession stand.
Yes. Yeah. Free tickets to the Alaska Airlines Classic
Yeah.
and
And the Alaska Prep Shootout, don't forget
Alaska.
that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they even throw in ones to the Lady Links tournament.
There you go. Perfect. I mean, that's enticing. I mean,
It's right.
it's
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 real
right up there.
close. Real
Right up
close.
there. We'll kind of jump back into the realm of where
Yeah.
we know
I
our
just had to
lane
get
here.
everybody's got an
Oh,
opinion on
totally.
it, and we're a
Yeah,
sports talk show.
I agree.
I think
I
people would
agree.
like to, because it's a part of it is the NCAA. I mean, the calendar's just
This,
so messed up that
well,
it's just brutal.
this wouldn't have happened 10 years ago. Like everything is moved so fast with NIL and
Hmm.
portal and everything like that. A move like this would not have happened, I don't think.
Well,
Um,
no, and calendar wise, they wouldn't have had players wouldn't have had the coaches always had some flexibility like that, but you wouldn't have had these playoffs,
right.
and the BCS games were the beginning of January, not January 20th is the championship with the playoffs along the way. It's just a totally different calendar now.
Yeah,
Yep.
it completely is. I think there's got to be a different timing element here of when things can open, when things close, and all
Yep.
that kind of stuff because it's just too much of a mess. Anyway, kind of staying with Donnie Winchester and Diamond a little bit. Mixed six volleyball state
Yeah,
tournament
there you
coming
go.
up at Diamond.
At Diamond
So
starting Thursday.
starts on Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll have the championships for 2A and mixed six coming up, and looking forward to it. I don't know what's better, the volleyball or the hospitality room. It's a pretty good hospitality room
They do a
there.
pretty good job over there.
Do you think Brad just shows up for the food? I think he might,
I think
and
there's
maybe the
part of
volleyball.
that. I know he does some announcing. He'll those all those games, all those matches will be on the NFHS network.
Right.
So there's definitely something there.
Trying
Um,
to pull up the brackets here at 2A bracket. So the 2A bracket, by the way, you can find these online at ASAA365.com, and also get your tickets online prior to
mhm.
even going to the event. So, brackets are not updated. What in the world?
They're not.
What?
Oh, I have the
Do you
teams.
have one?
Yeah, I've got
Dude,
those.
my bracket is blank. The 2A bracket was blank. My
Really?
mixed six bracket is blank. It just has
Oh, they must not have updated ASAA 365 because
updated.
ASAA.org
Oh,
volleyball page. I know that's where I got them.
okay. Hold on. ASAA. Yeah, 365. Don't go to 365. Go to ASAA.org and you could
And
get
they're
the
they're on there.
hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Nope, that's not the one I want. Oh, come on.
I am sending them to you now.
Got him. I got him. I got it.
You
Nope.
got them?
Oh, there we go. Yep, I got it. I got it.
All right,
I'm
you beat
disregarding
me.
your email. I'm
You beat
disregarding
me. I just
it.
was about ready to hit send.
All right. Again, the tournament starts on Thursday. 2A bracket. Metlakatla is taking on Sioux Valley. That starts at 10 a.m. Again, these games are at Diamond High School. Glen Allen and Dillingham at 11:45. Sam Point, Tri Valley at 1:30, and then Unalaska and Wrangell at 3:15, rounding out the first portion of volleyball there on Thursday afternoon. Depending on how you fare in your opening round game, you might play back to back. You might have to wait a day. If you end up losing, you'll wait a little while and you'll play on Friday. If you win, you get the luxury of playing again later that afternoon. Game five and game six scheduled to start at 5:15 and 7 o'clock. So mixed six volleyball looks like this. Opening round games on Thursday at 10 a.m. They have two gyms going
Mm.
out at Diamond, so you'll have two volleyball matches going on at the same exact time. Nelson Island hosting. Ooh, you're gonna have to help me out, Isaiah. SISD.
That's oh,
That's
that's it's a secondary crud.
I can't even remember.
It's the first time they've been there.
Stats and
Yeah,
research.
stats and research. Uh,
Well, while you look that up, I'll
So, man,
give
what
you the
is
other
that?
matchups. SISD. I can't remember. I was thinking Sand something, but I don't think that's correct. Uh,
Southeast Island. I'm not sure.
SISD School, Alaska.
Yeah, Southeast Island School District.
There
That's
we
what it
go.
is. Yeah,
All right, Southeast Island School District. So, uh, they are taking on Nelson Island. Martin Olson taking on Nunavut, Gustavus and Shaktoolik, Antioch and Imanok in that first round. Handful of teams have a first round bye, I guess you could say. They'll be playing a little bit later on that Thursday against the winners of those first four. Tenaylen, Scammon Bay, Anchorage Lutheran, or Anchor Lutheran, sorry. And then, this is a tough one. I'm going to mispronounce it, man. Uh, Kimyatug. Kimyatug? Does that sound right?
that sounds about right. The sheet that I had that had a bunch of shortcuts for that, I don't have that anymore since I'm not
Oh,
at ASAA anymore. But
okay. Well,
yeah,
fair enough.
I'm not recognizing that school's
Some of
name.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's fair.
from
Hold on.
anything. That's a new one.
Let me look it up. Hold on. This is why we have the internet.
Put it into the Google machine.
Yeah, and Google's like, this doesn't exist. Not even kidding. Like, it's giving me a whole bunch of, that is not a thing. Like, wow, that's crazy. Okay. So, uh, that's not even, yeah, you type it into your Google and see what comes out. But,
Yeah, there's a
anyway,
little I want Kismet maybe possibly, but
that's not
that doesn't
right.
sound right.
Uh, Excuse me, Tuck.
Oh,
I
they
don't.
that's it's out of Bethel, or that's it's the Lower Kuskokwim School District.
Ah, okay.
It's it's a much longer name that I don't know how to pronounce well enough. But how this happens is basically schools at the beginning of the year can change what they are called basically, because some you'll have
Right.
the town's names and sometimes you'll
Yeah.
have the native name, and then sometimes they'll do something a little different than that, and
Well,
that's what it looks like
it's
this
kind of
one
like
has
Point
done.
Hope, right?
Yep,
I mean,
exactly.
uh, Tigyak, I mean, is the name of the high school that they go by, but they're out of the town of Point Hope.
Yep.
So yeah, similar
Well, it's the same
along
thing
that
with,
line.
for instance, let's see, Martin L. Olson. That's also Gullivan.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on who's running the school. That's it's really every year it seems to change a little bit here and
Right.
there. So
Right. Anyway, bottom line, there's going to be a lot of volleyball happening this Thursday, Friday, Saturday out at Diamond High School for the 2A and Mixed Six volleyball. If you can't make it, check it out online, nfhsnetwork.com, your place to be to check out all the action that's taking place at Diamond High School. It's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a
it
fun
will
time.
be for
It'll
sure.
be, yeah, for sure. Hopefully, the weather holds out and we're not having like, we Anchor School District, no school today. So,
Luckily, I will say this. Luckily, we did years ago. I remember some of my first years. School district Anchorage school district canceled school. And we're like, well, we have a state tournament there. Is that going to be a problem? Luckily, it didn't account for state tournaments, where even if Anchorage school district school was part of the state tournament, it wouldn't
right,
cancel. That school could participate, and it wasn't part of that, which was helpful. Otherwise,
right.
yikes.
Yeah, it would have been fun trying to figure out what
Well, I
to,
mean, we just couldn't have.
couldn't have played, couldn't have hosted anything.
Well, you couldn't have hosted, but also the school district schools, we wouldn't have been able to say, okay, well, we'll start on Friday and finish Sunday. That's not
Right. Yeah.
really how that works. We gotta just kind of gotta go.
Had to do it. Yep. So that's one state tournament that's coming up. Another one that's kind of right around the corner, at least in a couple of months, is state hockey. So
Yep.
I felt like we should kind of look at where some conference standings are, especially in the CIC. South Anchorage Wolverines leading the way right now in the Cook Inlet Conference, followed by West and Chugiak. Eagle River's in fourth. Diamond behind Eagle River right now in fifth place. Service and Bartlett rounding out the Cook Inlet Conference. East, I think they're combined with Bartlett this year, I believe.
Yes. East and
Yes.
Bartlett are combined. Yep.
So I think this is like the second year in a row where they've done that, maybe second or
It's
third, something
more
like
than
that.
that. I think it's three. I think it's at least three. Might could be
Yeah.
four.
Okay. Could be. Could be. Uh, Point total: South is at 13, West is at 10, Chugiak, Eagle River at 6, Diamond at 5, Service with 4, and the Bartlett Golden Bears yet to pick up a point as of yet. Depending on who you are, you've played anywhere between 5 to 8 games. West has had 8 games that they've played so far this season. They've won their last three though, by the way. So they're
Yep.
starting to pick up a little bit of steam. The South Anchorage Wolverines, they have um let's see, has them at 6-0-1. They had one tie in there so far this season, but hard to believe that already state hockey almost halfway, or not state hockey, regular season hockey halfway
Yeah.
through the
Pretty
season
much.
already. So, because they'll have a break here in a couple of weeks. They won't have any games coming up over the Christmas break, right? I don't think.
I don't think
Not
so.
in
No,
that
those are
first week, anyway. But
no, at least not that first week.
so,
And then there's basically January left, and then the first weekend in February is the conference tournaments.
yep, yep. So, anyway, I would love to update you on the Rail Belt Conference standings, but Max Preps is playing all kinds of funny tricks on me, and I'm like, that's not right. Like, you pull up the standings on Max Preps, it didn't even list Colony in there as a team in the Rail Belt. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure Colony's got a hockey
pretty
team, and
pretty sure they do.
I'm like, they're not listed on that thing. And then I went to Colony's Max Preps site and looked at their schedule, then clicked on standings through them, and it listed them in the standings, but then it bumped somebody else out. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, West Valley, Lathrop, Colony, Wasilla, teams that make up the rail belt, by the way.
I'm
And
I'm
yeah,
looking at it looks like something pulled up for me.
do you have
25,
all four teams? Because
26.
I couldn't.
I got all four teams. It looks like Wasilla is top of the conference at 3-0, and then West Valley, Lathrop, Colony are at 0-1 each.
All right.
But Wasilla is 8-3 overall, West Valley's 6-1 overall, Lathrop 0-4 overall, and then Colony is 3-5 overall. So they do have a hockey team.
Hey, who would have thought?
Yay! Who would
Based
have?
on my, MacBook and Google, it said, no, Colony does not exist this year for hockey. I'm like, that's not true. You're a
That's
liar.
not true.
You're a liar.
Google lied.
Yeah, it did. It was a lie, a blatant lie. Well, initially, I couldn't even pull up this year's standings. Like it was kicking me back to last year, and I was like, "What in the world?"
That's
So
that's
it
strange.
was weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something got cookied in the browser. I don't know. But
Good guess.
anyway, so yeah, high school hockey going on. Also, state wrestling. That's hard to believe that that's coming up. Wrestling season already in its final couple of weeks uh, of its regular season before their state wrestling.
Yep.
What is that? Next week or is it 2 weeks?
No, it's 2 weeks. So
Two
December
weeks.
20 and 21.
Got
It's
it.
that last weekend before Christmas.
And that's at the
Or
Alaska Airlines
19,
Center.
I should say 19 and 20. 19
Right.
and 20. That's at the Alaska Airlines Center. And all those will be streamed as well.
Yes, on the NFHS network. So it'll be good. So a lot of stuff happening in the high school realm. A lot of stuff happening in the college realm as well. UAA volleyball, they have their opening round match this week against UAF in the Division II West Region Championships. So that is at 6 p.m. Alaska time. You can go to GoSeaWolves.com. You can watch the live links there. Seawolves trying to end a four-game losing streak to the Nanooks. What a better way to do it than on the national stage, right? I mean,
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
that'd be one way to do it. And then for UAF, it's their first ever appearance in the West Region tournament as a volleyball team. Like they've never in their history
That is
of
pretty
having a
cool.
volleyball program have made it that far. But it should be a good match, I would assume. This would be one for the record books and the potential of an instant classic. Seawolves playing terrific volleyball down the stretch. Let me see. UAA won 6. Their last six matches in a row to pick up the number 4 seed. UAF, by the way, is ranked 16th currently in the NCAA or AVCA coaches poll, I should say, coming into the West Region Championship. So uh, if you can go down to San Diego and watch the volleyball tournament. I mean, that's always a
That's
possibility.
sounds doesn't
So
sound too bad.
I mean, it's cold here, warm there. I mean,
Yeah,
it's good trade off.
I think
So,
you could talk me into that.
all right, well, yeah, all right, let's do it. I think I
Yeah.
just did. Like, all right, see you down there. All right, San Diego.
Twist my
So,
arm.
twist your arm. Yeah. Remember, five GNAC teams made it to the West Region Championships. By the way, I mean you have UAF, UAA, Central Washington, Western Washington, and Simon Fraser, who all made it.
Wild.
So, um, and UAA and UAF ended up drawing each other in the opening round. Somebody had to play somebody out of the GNAC, and it just happened to be UAA and UAF. So it'll be a good matchup. So the Nanooks trying to win five in a row against UAA. Seawolves trying to end that four-game losing streak and trying to advance into the West, a little bit farther in the West Region Championships. Trying to pull at the bracket here of who they would end up playing uh, after their opening round. Both these teams. Hold on. D2 volleyball. Bear with me. Radio silence.
It's that calm before the storm.
Dun da da. Come on. Official bracket. There we go. See, that's what I need. Official bracket. If depending on whoever wins, UAA or UAF, they're going to play either Point Loma, which is the number 1 seed, or they'll play Cal State San Bernardino, who's the 8th seed. So whether that's UAA or UAF, they're in the top half of that bracket. End up more than likely going to play Point Loma, would be my assumption. But
I would say that's
uh,
a
yeah,
fairly good assumption.
yep,
You know, they
good
still got to
assumption,
play the games, obviously, but
right? More often than not, the number
yeah,
1 seed usually wins these things.
generally.
Usually, usually. There have been upsets, obviously. Yes, I know. All right. 16 seeds beat a 1 seed before. It's happened twice. Okay, thank you. Yes,
It is
I
pretty
know it can
wild. It
happen.
took a long time for that to happen.
It did take a long time,
It really
right?
did.
Who was it? Maryland, Baltimore County, uh, was the first
Yeah.
one to do it. And then who beat
It's
Virginia? It
Panera
was,
Bread University. I can't remember. I don't know.
oh crap, I can't even remember. Yeah, whoever beat Tony Bennett in Virginia
Yeah, that
that
was
year.
wild. That was wild.
Well, then the next year, Virginia goes on to win the national championship.
Yeah.
Like, get bounced out in the first round by a 16 seed, and then you come back the next year. We'll just win the whole thing.
I think they'll take
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you remember more? Them losing as a 1 seed? Probably. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that Virginia team was pretty the one that won the championship was pretty good. They were tough. They were tough.
Oh, it was all right. Yeah, University of Maryland, Baltimore County in 2018 beat Virginia. And then
2018.
Farley Dickinson beat Purdue in 2023.
That's
That's what it
right.
was.
That's right. That was the year before Purdue went. They got all the way to the
Yeah.
final that year.
Yeah. Right. Yep. So there we
So
go.
actually, if you were a 1 seed and you lose to a 16 seed, you're going to make the finals the next year.
That's
So, I mean,
shoot.
you might, hey,
Right. Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
Not that, Matt Painter and Tony Bennett didn't want to lose, but I mean, it's a good consolation, I guess, ish.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
What if I can guarantee you a national championship appearance next year? All
just
you got to do is lose as the 1 seed this year.
just loses the one, just loses the overall 1 seed.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, UAA, UAF volleyball this week starts on Thursday. The second match on Friday. I guess you can call it the semifinals, and then the championship out of the West Region a little bit later. Then on, I believe the, I think it's that Saturday. I'm pretty sure. Sometimes there's a day off where they'll play it on Monday or something like that. They'll take Sunday off and play Monday. But I don't think in volleyball, I don't think they end up doing that. So uh, it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Get your tickets. Go in person.
It's
Go to San
yeah,
Diego.
your tickets.
All right. UA men's basketball had a couple of games this past week with the Sprite Tundra tip-off against Cal Poly Humboldt and Westmont, two teams out of California. Seawolves got a big victory against Cal Poly Humboldt, 63-50. Defense was fantastic in that game. The Seawolves really leaning on their defense, forcing turnovers, as they've been come to know over the last few years. A very good defensive team, usually one of the top teams in the GNAC in terms of overall defense. UAA forcing 20 turnovers from Cal Poly Humboldt. Seawolves able to capitalize on those, turning those points into 20 points off those turnovers. And really got good production in the paint. Bishop Tosi coming up with some big minutes. Finished the game with 12 points on 6 of 10. Silas Williams led the way, 13 points on 5 of 10. But also John McFadden coming up huge off the bench. He only had 6 points, but when he picked up his 6 points, it was like kind of like in a crunch time where they kind of needed it. Like going through a little bit of a dry spell, a little bit of a drought. He also picked up a couple of clutch rebounds as well. Um, so some good production off the bench from John McFadden and even Jeremiah Coleman as well, who came off and played 24 minutes off the bench and had 9 points and 3 of 6 from the field. So Seawolves defense rocking against Cal Poly Humboldt. Not so much against Monmouth or Westmont, I should say. Um,
That
the
was a little
next
more challenging.
a little it was it wasn't maybe necessarily the defense, it was the shooting that really did UAA in more than anything. I mean, the Seawolves defensively were fairly solid, but there was a stretch where the Seawolves uh, more than one. I mean, just could not buy a bucket. They went a couple of times, 4 minutes without scoring, 5 minute stretch without scoring,
Yeah.
and the Seawolves trailed by as many as 16 in the second half. And finally, they started to get some things going. At least their defense finally started getting some stops. But UAA turned the ball over 16 times against Westmont, and it really looked like Westmont did their scouting really, really well. Because there was at least 2 to 3 times where their head coach is calling out exactly what UAA is going to do in certain
Yep.
offensive sets. And I was like, ooh,
Exactly.
okay.
It was that was shocking.
I was like,
That was
wow,
shocking.
that's impressive. All right, you've definitely done your work. Like,
Yeah.
and you could tell. And he knew exactly what was going to come, who was going to come in certain, when they did their double horns look, you bring your two guys up out of the post, put them at the elbows,
Yep.
and he knew it was going to come after all that. I'm like, wow, all right, well, credit to you. Like that's impressive. And the Seawolves, they just dug themselves a hole that they could never climb out of. And when you're going to shoot, uh, let's see, in the first half, they were 8 of 24 from the field.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's just
that that's tough.
that's tough. You got to expend so much energy then to come back defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
That's it was a good fight in the second half. That's for sure. I'm not going to say that it wasn't. That's just
Well,
the first half kind of buried you a little bit on that.
right. And I mean, in the second half, Westmont only had 6 field goals, but they were 17 of 21 from the free throw line in the second half.
Yeah, the free throw shooting
Uh,
was impressive. What's his name? Jarrett Bryant, 11 for
yeah,
12.
right.
I mean,
Yeah. No, that guy got
that's
to the line a lot. I mean, he
that's
came out of the gate attacking the
incredible.
hoop, and he was rewarded for it. I mean, he was
Yeah.
rewarded for his aggressiveness. He had the Jared Bryant, 17 points. Mentioned the 11 points that he picked up at the free throw line. So 11 of his 17 came from the line. He was 3 of 8 from the field. But yeah, the Seawolves leading scorer, Cookie Machar, he had 14 points on 5 of 10. He also had 7 rebounds as well. Hassan Harrington, he really started off really hot for UAA. Didn't get as many opportunities in the second half. I think at halftime, Hassan had, I want to say, already 9 points. He finished the game with 12, so I think he finished with 1 bucket in the second half. But uh, yeah, it was just one of those games where you combine poor shooting and then the opponent knowing exactly what's going to happen in certain situations and able to capitalize on it,
Yep.
and a perfect storm happened. So the Seawolves saw their 7 game losing streak or winning streak come to an end, and now they'll start conference play after the loss against Westmont. Seawolves lost 64-58. They were down by 6 with 15 seconds remaining in that game against Westmont. I thought they were going to foul, but as soon as they got to the half court, they just kind of like called it off. Like I was like, all right, I mean, I get it. I mean, you're down 2 possessions. I thought
Yeah.
maybe it's a 1 in 10,000 chance. I get it, right? But my mindset is one of like, we got to try at least. Got to figure like you never know. But Seawolves kind of just watch that one in the last few seconds, not fouling and not electing to put them at the free throw line to try to carry that one out anyway. They gave a valiant effort there toward the end to try to make a comeback all the way down 16 in the second half, but come up short. Seawolves will go on the road this week as they will take on St. Martin's and Western Oregon. The men's basketball team, after they play against Western Oregon, will also play at Denver. It's an exhibition game for UAA. And then they'll come back home on December the 15th and play a very kind of rare mid-December game for UAA. They'll play December 15th against West Coast Baptist. And then they'll go on their holiday break and then pick things back up January 1 in conference play at home against Simon Fraser and Western Washington. So a lot of big hoops games coming up. So
Lots of big hoop games.
put them on your schedule. Women's basketball team, they keep rolling right along. A couple of big wins against UC Merced, ranked 17th in the nation now. We'll see where they're at come this week for the women's basketball poll. See if they move up at all. 90-80 victory in the first night against UC Merced, and then they reached the century mark for the second time this season as they beat UC Merced 100-58. Actually, for the third time, I should say, They put up 107 and 100 against Northwest University in the first two games. So third time they've reached the century mark. Elena Mack, GNAC Offensive Player of the Week again this week after the numbers that she put up, deservedly so. In
Yeah.
that first game against UC Merced, 30 points on 12 of 21, including 6 of 13 from behind the arc, and also had 5 boards as well. So lit it up for 30 points in game number one. Then in game number two, Elena Mack uh, not lighting it up for 30 points, but
Well, 25.
25. I mean, we're just 5 points short of that, but you know, uh, so she's named GNAC Player of the Week this week offensively. So second time she's already earned that. I think she earned it way back in the very first week of the year was the other time that she picked up GNAC Player of the Week honors as well. But the cool thing about the women's hoops team, it seems like they're going to get some players eligible here in the month of December. So they're going to have a little bit more depth
Yep.
to be able to plug and play for Matt Toon here in the next couple of weeks or so. And they have things rolling right now. And if you can add a couple of more pieces in there that gives you a little bit more depth and a little bit more firepower, whoa, look out. Who knows what could
Uh,
happen here?
and I've got to say, I just want to say that I've called it, but I all last season over the last 2 years during the state high school tournament, I had said, especially her junior year, when we find out that Layla Hayes was dealing with a little bit of a broken foot,
Yeah.
that Miley Anderson makes that engine of Wasilla go. And she does. And I have to say that this was the first weekend I was actually able to watch them play. And as a freshman, what she does is pretty incredible. She runs that offense. She knows it looks like Matt really trusts her. Coach Toon really trusts her out on the floor. And she's by the time
Yeah.
she's a senior, she is going to be an unstoppable force. Good luck. I mean, just anybody coming in, she's an incredible basketball player.
Uh, Good luck trying to guard her and stay in front of her. Like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
speed at which she
yeah,
can get to the hoop, it's whoa, blink of an eye type stuff. And then you're right.
and she's a freshman. She's
Yeah.
only going to get better. She's only going
Yeah.
to get stronger over the course of this year.
Right.
And then in the future years, I mean,
Who knows?
I just think she's a star in the making.
Yep. Totally. Totally. Miley Anderson, that first game against UC Merced, by the way, had 17 points. A little bit of a rough routing in game number two against UC Merced. I think she only had four. I think she was like 2 of 11 in that game. But that, you're right. Don't look into the stats too much there because she's the floor general. And you're right. I
She's
think
it.
uh, Matt Toon definitely looks to her on the floor as like,
Absolutely.
hey, you need to fix this with the rest of your team. Like
Yeah.
you put these ladies where they need to be and make sure everything's clicking through you, basically. So,
And she'll lead the break. She'll do that. But
yeah,
kind of like what we always like to do with our basketball players when I was coaches, is we like to be able to run. We want to get out and run. But at the same time, when you need to be able to throttle back, run something, and get things in place. And yeah, it just seems like they're one mind in that aspect. I was pretty impressed.
it was. Yeah. Uh, Seawolves, by the way, it's crazy to think in terms of number of shots. They had 80 field goal attempts in the first game against UC Merced. They had 85 in the second game. Like this is a team you can kind of see. I yet to ask Coach Toon about this, and I should. The philosophy here is almost we're going to shoot whenever we want to shoot it. And if we shoot more than you do, statistically, the odds are going to favor us, right?
Yeah.
You shoot 50% and you put up 85 shots, you're going to make over 40 field goals in a game. You're telling me that's 80 points on average.
Yeah.
Like that's like that seems to be the philosophy, at least with some of these teams that they've played so far. Not to say
Yes.
it's going to be the end all be all philosophy when they get into the conference play, but it's definitely a thing because they had on that second night, they had 85 field goal attempts. They were 39 of 85. Okay. UC Merced was 20 of 66.
Yep.
20 of 60. So you put up nearly 20 more shots, 19 more shots, and you made 19 more shots than UC Merced. Like, they were running and gunning. Like, anytime they got in a fast break.
Running and gunning, but at the same time playing some solid defense.
True. Yes.
Not perfectly all the time, not perfectly all the time, but some pretty solid defense because they were holding Merced to 30% shooting, 33% shooting in the halves. And then
Right.
in the second half, it was 29,
Yeah.
28%. I mean,
Yeah, the
that's
defense in the that second game was stellar. I'll say that.
just locked down.
Yep. So anyway, the Seawolf women's basketball team also on the exact same road trip as they play St. Martin's in Western Oregon coming up. Women's team's going to stay on the road a little bit longer than the guys. They have an exhibition game in Corvallis, Oregon against Oregon State on December the 5th. And then they'll go back to Hawaii as they will take on Colorado School of Mines and Ferris State down in Hawaii for a tournament down there. So 5 games
That's
in a row. The
that's real
Seawolves women's basketball team is on the road.
that's real rough. I really feel sad for them.
Do
Going,
you?
yeah, really.
I
And they
mean,
have to go back to Hawaii. What just a horrible, horrible trip. I mean, that just sounds terrible. In December 18, 19, and 20, being in Hawaii,
yeah,
doesn't that
yeah,
sound awful to
it
everybody in
does. I
Alaska?
mean,
Why would you
yeah,
do that?
I know. I don't know. Again, that's a trip you could join the,
Yeah,
women's basketball team. I
I
mean,
guess we could. That's
volleyball
true.
going to San Diego, women's basketball
I
team
know
going to
somebody
Hawaii.
I know somebody that broadcasts there. Maybe we can get, some special tickets or something to go
Do
down
you know
there.
somebody that broadcasts in Hawaii?
No, broadcast UAA games.
Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh. I was like,
I know somebody. Yeah, no, I wish I
oh,
knew somebody that broadcasts in Hawaii.
hey,
Call them
trust
up
me,
like,
this
hey,
this is when I
we're heading
wish.
down.
Yeah, this is when I wish I still traveled with the men's and women's teams. Those were some fun couple of 3 years there, getting to travel on the road when they had radio coverage. It was a blast.
Well, I'm
So,
sure.
oh, there's yeah, good times. So, uh, some adventures to say the least. Always some road
I'm
stories.
sure.
Maybe we'll have to have a podcast about uh, the road trips one day.
Get Renner on.
There you go. I don't think Shane Renner was. I'm trying to remember if he was. I know Ryan was there, Ryan Orton. Shane may have been gone by then when I started traveling, but I
Oh,
don't. I
okay.
have to. Uh, I have to go back and look at the record books, um, but yeah. Anyway, some road trips. If you're a sports person, then anytime you go on a road trip, there's always road trip stories. Always.
Always.
So
It's not a road
all
trip
the
if
time.
there's not a story that
Right.
comes out of
Yeah.
it. The
Right.
road trip didn't
Exactly.
happen.
Right. Exactly. Before we kind of wrap things up, I want to make mention of UAF, the men's basketball team. They were also part of that Sprite Tundra tip-off here in Anchorage. I don't know if they like playing in Anchorage too much
Yeah,
because they played
probably not.
Chaminade in Hawaii and they lost a couple of weeks ago, 102 to 86 against Chaminade, and then lost in overtime, 86-85 to Hawaii Pacific. Both those games taking place in Anchorage. So they had a week off that week of uh, Thanksgiving, or the week after that little thing, I guess there. Uh, and then the UAA Sprite Tundra tip off the week of Thanksgiving, the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. Uh, Lost to Westmont 72-66, so they had dropped their last 3 games in Anchorage, but then they were able to bounce back against Cal Poly Humboldt and finally win. They won 66-57 as they even up their record at 3-3 on the season. They will also start conference play as they will take on the reverse of what UAA is doing. They will play Western Oregon first and then St. Martin's second. So Western Oregon on Thursday and then St. Martin's on Saturday for their conference openers. The women's basketball team, I'll make mention of it, but it's not too pretty right now. For the women's basketball team, it's been a rough start.
It's
Uh,
challenging.
Challenging, yes.
Challenging.
They're 0-6 to start. They're coming off of a 101-53 loss against St. Cloud. This year they've given up 100 points four times. Last three games they've given up over 100 points. 102 to Colorado Mesa. Granted, they're the number 21 team in the nation.
Well, that was,
112 against Minnesota State, Moorhead, and then the 101 against St. Cloud State. So the defense a little lacking
well,
there.
they have some work to do.
Yeah,
Yep.
lots of room for
It's
improvement.
lots of room for improvement.
So again, this is the first year for that coaching staff though,
It is.
up at Fairbanks. So uh, I know obviously anytime it's the first year for almost any coaching staff, you're going to have some turbulent
Yep.
times and turbulent moments, and it's just happened to be at the very beginning of the year for head coach Michael Ricks, and then Chad Dyson, who might be a familiar name to many people, a longtime high school basketball coach in the Anchorage area, now an assistant coach up at UAF for the women's basketball team. So uh, trying to get things going in the right direction, and they'll be on the road to start against Western Oregon and against St. Martin. So we'll see. I mean, maybe just start out as simple as you know, not giving up 100. Like that's a
S-
start.
To start, that would be improvement.
Man, I know it doesn't count, but the exhibition against Oregon State for UAF, 104-27, like, oh,
Mhm.
yeah, that's tough.
That's rough.
That's rough. It's rough. But anyway, women's basketball team on the road again against Western Oregon and St. Martin. So that kind of gets you caught up on a little bit of the. You ever give them 100 points in a high school game?
Yeah. Or
In a high school game?
give
Give
up
up
a
a,
hundred points?
yeah,
No.
not
Never
score,
gave.
give up.
No, not even close.
Oh,
No.
okay. Scoring 100 in a high school game is a feat.
Yeah,
I mean, that's impressive.
we did that a few times, but never gave up. I think the highest we ever gave up to was I think the one of the New Jersey team we played. I want to say that was 65, 70, something like that. We would
Yeah.
lock people down. We wouldn't Our goal was always 10 a quarter. If we
There
shut
you
you
go.
down to 10 to quarter, we're going to score more than 40 points in a game.
No,
That was
that's a
always
good
our goal.
philosophy. Yeah.
That was always our goal.
No, that's good.
Yep.
I mean, it's what, 8-minute quarters?
8 minute
So,
quarters, you hold them to 10, you hold a team to
yeah,
10. In high school, if you can hold a team to 10 points or less in a quarter, you're going to win 95% of your game. I mean, you're just,
right. Yeah.
and you attack the rim, you're going to get free throws, you're going to be at the line for the most part. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but you're going to win 95% of your games.
Well, and speaking of high school basketball, I mean, that's already upon us. Like,
Yeah, practice starts Wednesday.
Wednesday. And the thing
Yep.
that a lot of teams, well, everybody in the Anchorage area is going to have to contend with is the shot clock.
That's
It's here.
the big change. 4A with the shot clock. That's the big thing. I think that storyline is going to be in effect pretty much all year. It won't be just at the Alaska Airlines Classic as a neat little experiment that the state is doing and that tournament is doing. It's going to be
Right.
all 4A. It'll be very interesting. I think coaches that understand the shot clock and can manipulate that to a certain extent and play the last, you know, 2 minutes the best, especially this year, are going to be in the leads at the end of the year. They're going to win the conference championships. And they're probably going to win the state championship
Yeah.
if you can manipulate that best.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of a different, I mean, strategy standpoint here from how you can end, you know, quarters and halves
Yep.
uh, in that manner, right? So now you can potentially limit possessions for the other team depending on how you want to play it down the stretch. Or, I mean, your 2-for-1 options open up a lot more,
Yep.
uh, that kind of thing. So it will be interesting to see how some high school teams fare with the shot clock. Uh, I'll be curious to watch how East handles it, just because we've talked with Chuck Martin quite a bit about the
Well, and I
shot
would
clock,
say
and he,
Chuck has the out of everybody, Chuck is going to have the most experience with it.
Sure, at the
I
college
mean,
level,
at the
yeah,
college level, he's going to have the most experience. I want to see. I mean, I know offensively that's one thing, but when you look at it defensively, that 35, I think it's 35 or 40
yeah,
second shot
35,
clock,
35,
35,
yeah,
I think it is. That 35-second shot clock, you can really hammer defensive stuff now a lot harder because you can get the ball back and you've only got 35 seconds. That's all you
right.
got to play defense. Hard out, 35 seconds, create really bad shot, and you're going to be able to get rebounds. I think rewarding that defensive side of it's going to be that's going to be a factor.
Well, you're not going to see four corners anymore. I remember that I've seen that
Oh,
employed as a strategy at some
yeah,
high school games. I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
yeah.
are we doing this? Like, is this happening? Like,
I've got a story about that. Oh my goodness, just
yeah,
delaying with 2.5 left in the. It wasn't a game that,
throw it in the corner, throw it here. I'm like, oh
or
my gosh,
just stand at the top of the right over half court, and the
yeah,
defense just sits there,
sits there.
and we're gonna just wait till the last shot because yeah, at you got player laying down on the floor because they know they're not. I'm dead serious. Laid down on the floor. This is during a tournament game,
Oh my
Keaton.
gosh.
I won't name
Oh
the
my.
teams, but during a tournament game, this one
I'm just gonna
individual just
nap there?
literally laid on the floor. The
Oh
official teed
my.
him up.
No way.
Dead serious.
That's
I saw
hilarious.
it. I saw it.
Uh,
We
boop.
were all just kind of stunned.
That's wild. That's
laid on
wild.
laid on the baseline.
Well, you won't have to worry about that now. So
No,
at
no,
least at
I'm
the
not gonna
4A
have to
level.
worry about that.
So, so that means all the Anchorage schools, all the Valley schools, Wasilla, Palmer, Colony, uh,
Juneau,
Juneau,
Lathrop, West
Lathrop,
Valley,
West
all the
Valley.
four A's. Yeah.
Yep, all the 4As will be uh, working the shot clock. So it'll be interesting to see how teams handle it. And I saw it up in the gym at Chugiak the other day, all installed, ready to go. I am dollars to donuts, calling it right now. There's going to be at least five plus malfunctions
Oh,
of the shot clock in the first games of the year. I mean,
5.
yeah,
I'm
like,
taking the over on that.
yeah,
If you're
like
going 5, if you're going 4.5 or 5.5, I'm taking the over on either one of those.
whether it gets reset, doesn't get reset, it's not synced properly to the game clock, something funky is going to happen. Like,
It's
count on it.
gonna
Just count on it.
people are gonna have to be patient those first
Yes,
few weeks.
100%. Yes, yes. Yeah.
People in the
So
stands, players, coaches, everyone's
just,
gonna have to
yeah,
be patient.
mind your P's and Q's. There
Yeah.
you go. Yep. Anyway, we'll talk more about high school basketball here in the next coming weeks as they get into their regular season and start their first games. Tournament's already scheduled here
Yep.
in the next couple of weeks. So we'll have some previews of those tournaments, coming up here in the next couple of weeks and so as we get into a high school basketball season. So anyway, anything else we want to mention before we?
Wolverines won on
Yes,
Wednesday,
they did. Yeah, big
the
win.
day before Thanksgiving. Huge crowd. Wasn't quite the sellout. Wasn't the sellout, but we had a little over 5,500. It was a big night.
What's
The gravy
what's the exact number for sellout?
sellout is 6,200.
Okay. All
Yep.
right.
So it was pretty close, but
That's cool.
it was a wild, large crowd, and we gave away gravy boats, little Wolverine gravy boats, and
That looked like the Zamboni, right?
yeah,
Is
little
that what it? Yeah,
Zamboni.
I
Yep,
saw that. Yeah. It was
yep.
pretty cool.
It's good. It was a good time.
Did you
Won the
use
game.
yours on Thanksgiving?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not. It's on the shelf. I was at some stuff for the Wolverines on Thanksgiving, so yeah, I didn't get the traditional Thanksgiving meal. I did have pumpkin pie with whipped cream though.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
As you should.
so a little bit of Thanksgiving.
There you go. I think we still have Thanksgiving food left over in our
I'm
fridge.
sure,
So,
yeah, I'm sure if I
final
really
question
wanted if I wanted turkey, I'm sure I could get it from some people.
before we let it go. What is the appropriate amount of time that you can keep Thanksgiving Day food in the fridge
Ooh,
before you start going goodbye, goodbye, goodbye?
I think it
Four
all
days?
depends. I think it depends on the person, but industry
You can definitely go
standard.
through the weekend, right? I mean, you can go
Oh
all the
yeah,
way to
yeah, yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. cooked meat and cooked food like that, you're anywhere from 3 to 5 days in the fridge and you're good.
Yeah. Okay.
You could easily the weekend and into the next week. I think that's easily doable. Yeah.
Well, listeners, let us know what the appropriate amount of time is. What is your like post Thanksgiving? You got all the leftovers. Are you munching on them throughout the entire weekend? Are you the person that says it sits there for more than a day, toss it? Like, I'd be curious. Like,
Yeah, I guess I mean, if it's that cranberry stuff that's out of a can, could probably
ooh,
leave
I
that
hate
in
that.
there for
Ugh,
probably leave that in there for a few weeks. I
gross.
I
I
would
can't.
I can't do it. I wouldn't eat it. But
It's my dad's favorite.
oh,
Like
really?
right out of the can. Right,
Oh
just
no.
plop it
No.
right onto the serving platter. You go, it just, I'm like, ah, we're gonna eat that? Like you're gonna actually eat that? Like it's just
I don't mind
gross.
that those cherries out of a can. I
Okay, yeah.
I don't mind the cherries out of the can, but I'm not a big cranberry guy.
It's
I'm
just
not a fan.
gelatin. It's a
But
gelatin blob of stuff. Like, what are you
I
doing?
can see your dad though now
Yeah,
that you said it. I can
yeah,
see him flipping over a can
yeah.
onto a plate and go,
He just
"See? There, it's good."
and he goes, "What? What? It's how I grew up. That's all we ever had was canned cranberries." I'm like, okay, like, like I got it. That makes sense.
Your
But
taste buds are used to that.
yeah,
That's
yeah, it's fine. Just
good.
don't. It just does not look appetizing. I can't. I can't do it. Anyway, uh, that just popped into my head. I know I said we are gonna sign it off like,
But those are
a couple of
important
minutes ago.
questions
They are. The
that
world wants to know.
people want to know. People
Yeah.
want to know.
Hopefully you haven't turned us off by now. So, a little bonus content for you. Anyway, that's going to do it for this edition of the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. Be sure you like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. For Isaiah Vreeman, myself, Keaton Homer, wherever Brad Lowers was at this week, we don't know. It'll be Brad and I next week, as Isaiah is on assignment. So,
On assignment, yeah.
on assignment. So, tune in for next week. We'll preview some high school hoops and things like that coming up next week. Until then, we'll catch you later.